students, today I am going to do the chapter of your rapid chapter, that is As You Like It. I think you know the name of William Shakespeare, the father of English literature, and he has composed this drama As You Like It, but this is in the story form in your rapid reader. So today I am going to start the chapter. The story begins at a time when France was divided into provinces or dukedoms. In one such province there was a usurper who had deposed and banished his elder brother, the lawful duke. So the story begins at a time when France was divided into several provinces or dukedoms, and in one of these dukedoms there was a lawful duke known as Duke Senior, but he was deposed, or he was displaced, or his kingdom was taken forcibly away from him by his younger brother Duke Frederick, who was an unlawful duke. And what happened? Duke Frederick also banished Duke Senior from his kingdom. The duke, who was driven away from his kingdom by his younger brother, retired to the forest of Ardennes along with his faithful followers. These people soon got accustomed to the lazy life of the forest, and they felt it to be more relaxing than the life of a court. So the duke, after being driven away, he took shelter in the forest of Ardennes, and he took shelter with his faithful followers in the forest of Ardennes. The duke, after being banished from his kingdom, took shelter with his followers in the forest of Ardennes. And the faithful followers also followed the duke. And what happened? After going to the forest of Ardennes, they became very much habituated with the carefree life of the forest, and they were very happy to lead a very lazy and peaceful life of the forest, which was the life which was free from any kind of tension or anxiety of the court. They led the life like that of Robin Hood of England, and to this forest many noble youths came and spent their leisure time as they did in the golden age. So they led, however leading their life, they led their life in the forest of Ardennes like Robin Hood. Robin Hood, the great pirate, or the great dacoit which England ever had. And Robin Hood was a very famous man who also robbed money from the rich persons and served the poor. So they led the life of the Robin Hood of England in the forest, and in the forest of Ardennes, and they felt very relaxed and tension free in the forest of Ardennes. And in that forest of Ardennes, what happened? Many noble youths also came and spent their leisure time as they did in the golden age. In summer, they took rest under the shade of the trees, watching the playful sports of the forest deer. They even felt sad that they had to kill those deer for food. So in summer, the people usually took shelter under the trees. They had a very relaxing time, and they watched the playful sports of the forest deer, and even felt sad for them. Why? Because they had to kill those deer for food. In winter, the cold wind blew. The duke suffered from cold, but said, "Though these chilling winds which blow upon my body are the true counselors, they do not flatter but represent truly to me my condition. And though they bite sharply, their tooth is nothing like as keen as that of unkindness and ingratitude." So what happened? During the wind, the duke suffered from cold and said, the chilling winds which were blowing upon his body were his true counsels, or true friends, or true advisors. And they do not flatter, they do not tell any false things to him, but they were representing truly his condition. They were not like those unfaithful or ungrateful men who behave very rudely or cruelly with the duke. They, though the biting, chilling, cold wind was very much troublesome for the duke, but it was truly portraying the actual adverse condition of the duke. And he remarked that men might say against adversities, but there are some sweet uses of it like the medicine which is extracted from the head of the poisonous stone. So he found sweet uses of the adversity. So he learned lesson from the adverse condition of his, and he also gave the example that medicines are extracted from the head of the poisonous stone. So his adversity was also teaching him lesson. In this way, the Duke drew lessons from nature, and he found tongues in trees, books in the flowing streams, sermons in stones, and good in everything. So in this way, the natural aspects taught the Duke a lesson, and he found it seemed that he could learn language from the trees, and he could learn something from the flowing streams, and he could find advice and wise sayings from the stones, and he found good in everything. The banished duke had a daughter named Rosalind, and like her father, she was also thrown out of the dukedom. Now what happened? The banished duke had a daughter named Rosalind, and like her father, she was also banished from the dukedom. But she still remained in the palace, being the companion of Celia, the present duke's daughter. Now she was banished, but she could not leave the palace. Why? Because she was a dear friend of her cousin Celia, and they were inseparable from each other. So she remained in the kingdom. The discord between the duke and his brother did not at all affect the relationship between the sisters. In fact, Celia tried to comfort Rosalind whenever she became sad, thinking of her father. So the dispute which was there between the Duke Senior and Duke Frederick did not at all have any effect on the relationship of the two sisters. And Celia always tried to comfort Rosalind whenever she was sad, thinking of her father. One day, when Celia was talking to Rosalind in her usual kind manner, a messenger came with the news that there would be a wrestling match, and they could go and watch if they so wanted. Celia agreed to go, thinking that it would amuse Rosalind. So one day, Celia and Rosalind were talking with each other in the usual kind manner. Celia was comforting Rosalind. At that time, a messenger from the Duke came and informed them that there would be a wrestling match, and if the ladies would want, they could go and watch the wrestling match. Celia thought that she would attend the match because it would comfort Rosalind and it would entertain Rosalind, and Rosalind in such a state of mind. During those times, wrestling matches were viewed by noble ladies and princesses, being a favorite sport of the princess. But here they thought that they would face a tragedy, as the practiced wrestler was to fight an inexperienced man. So during those times, what happened? Wrestling matches were the great mode of entertainment for the noble ladies, for the aristocratic ladies and the princesses, and it was also a noble sport for the princess. So what happened when the wrestling match was announced? What happened? One decided to see the wrestling match, but there was an uneven fight between an experienced wrestler Charles, or the royal experienced wrestler Charles, and an inexperienced young man named Orlando. So when the Duke saw that the both ladies had come to watch such an uneven match between a practiced wrestler and a young man, the Duke asked him to dissuade the young man from fighting. So when the Duke saw that the both ladies had come to watch the match between the practiced wrestler Charles and an uneven fight was there, and the young man who was participating in the match was an inexperienced wrestler. At that time, the Duke just advised Celia and Rosalind to stop the young man Orlando from such an uneven fight.